The 5 fastest ways to fail as a real estate wholesaler. If you are looking to become successful in wholesaling real estate, we have to understand how the failures happen in this business. One thing I can tell you, one thing Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger always talk about is reverse thinking. And what basically reverse thinking is think about what somebody who wants to really ruin their lives or do something terrible and just do the opposite of it, right? And so Dwight Schrute always says this, right? Dwight Schrute from The Office says, I think of what an idiot would do and then do the opposite of what they will do. And I know it's a funny quote, but it's actually one of the realest, most fire pieces of advice I've ever heard when it comes to wholesaling real estate. Think of what a failure of a wholesaler will do, and then do the exact opposite as them, and you'll actually end up being wildly successful in this business. And this is something I didn't really think about when I started wholesaling real estate, but the more and more I got into teaching people how to do it and teaching hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of wholesalers to become successful, I quickly learned that's actually how you become successful in this business. You think of somebody that won't become successful or that has always failed, and then if you do the opposite of them, you actually end up making a ton of money. And that is the point today. That is what I'm sharing with you guys today. And that is what I'm going to deal with you guys and just show you the 5 ways to fail as a real estate wholesaler. And really what we can learn from those failures, what the top 5 failures I see with most wholesalers are, and then just doing the opposite or doing the contrary of that. So you can actually start doing wholesaling real estate deals the right way and start becoming very successful. I feel like this is something most wholesalers don't really know too much about, or they don't want to hear it. They go, la, 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 la. I don't want to hear it. I just want to learn how I can make $5 million in 4 seconds, right? This is a very important video, and I think something you guys should be doing. So before we get into it, guys, do me a favor. Make sure you guys go out here and smash that like button, okay? Go out here and seriously hit that like button, all right? So hit that like button. It helps the YouTube algorithm, helps the channel out. Smash that subscribe button, and always comment below for your questions. Every single time you like that video, another guru shed the tear, and that's kind of the point of the video today, right? We're gonna make the gurus cry, teach you guys how to get in this business and start getting after it the right way. So there's 5 fundamental issues I see most wholesalers make, and unfortunately, I'm gonna get in a lot of trouble for making this video today. I hate to say it, I'm gonna get in a lot of trouble for saying this because most beginners out here, and I would say probably 10% of the audience watching, and it's probably closer to 20% that are beginners that haven't been through the course yet, haven't watched enough videos. They're probably thinking about doing all these strategies. And as a beginner, like when I started out in this business, I was actually thinking of those strategies too. I ended up not doing them, but over time I cringed back thinking, oh my gosh, if I did that, I'd probably end up as a failure, right? And so I feel like it's important as a beginner for me just to throw these at you. They're not going to feel good. Maybe you're doing 2 or 3 of these right now, and you probably need a slap in the face from me right now, just telling you don't do it. And it'll probably end up leading you to wholesaling success. So what we're going to do really quick is just do a quick audio check, make sure everything's good. You know, with these live streams here, we got to check with the audio and make sure everything's good. And then we'll get into it, guys. You know, on our one-on-ones, we have them pinned right here. So if you want to talk to me one-on-one after the stream a little bit, obviously I'll do one-on-one calls with everyone, help everyone out as much as possible. So I'm always excited for it. So let's see here. The stream a little bit. Obviously I'll do one. All right. Looking good. So let's get, without further ado, let's get these 5 ways to fail as a real estate wholesaler. So first and foremost, number 1, probably one of the biggest ones, is watching like 50 different YouTubers on about wholesaling real estate, like watching 50 different YouTubers on wholesaling and trying to like this is the best way I could just mangle it, right? Like you take something, you rip it, you put it here and you do it like this and you make it like a Frankenstein. Okay. A lot of people do this. Okay. Like, for example, everyone's like, all right, I want to make the greatest basketball player of all time. I'm going to have the legs of Larry Bird. I'm going to have the smartness of Michael Jordan. I'm going to have the body of LeBron James. And I'm going to have the strength of Shaquille O'Neal. And you throw them all together. It looks like a Frankenstein. It looks weird, right? A lot of you guys are doing this in your wholesaling real estate system. Okay. It makes no sense to me, but you guys are doing this. You're learning from 50 different wholesalers. And so you listen to this wholesaler about how to cold call. You listen to this wholesaler about how to pull lists. You listen to this wholesaler about cash buyers, and you're doing 7 systems and you're just making your own little Frankenstein system here. And you wonder why it doesn't work. Okay. This makes no sense at all. Everyone feels like wholesaling real estate is like building a PC computer. It's not. Okay. It's like building a car. I put a Ford F-150 car in a Honda Civic transmission, and then I try to go out here and use like a Tesla tires, and then I tried to go mix this all up. I put the lights of a regular F1 car, and like I tried making it into a car. The car's going to run really weird because all the parts are different and they don't want to interact together. It's a complete mess. Guys, this is one of the biggest problems I see because every single YouTuber, and I'm telling you this straight up, okay? I will go on record here and say there's probably about 5 YouTubers that I know that they all pretty much don't like me, and I'm okay with that. That I know for a fact they are legit wholesalers. I've seen their HUDs, I've seen the real deals, and people send me proof that they're legit, and I think they're actually legit people. I'm not mentioning names, not anything like that, but I'll tell you they are legit wholesalers, and I truly believe they are great wholesalers. Now, what they do, not the biggest fan of, but they are not terrible wholesalers. They run legit operations and real businesses, and I've JV'd with some of these people before. Now, that being said, if you listen to how that person does their list polling and then you try to match it with their marketing and then you put my cash buy, it just doesn't mix. They're just different systems, okay? And when you're listening to somebody's wholesaling system and you want to mix and match different systems, it doesn't work, okay? You're going to have to do one style, all right? It's like, okay, I have a diesel car, but I'm going to use Zach's gas engine, and like, it ain't going to work, okay? So if you use my list polling and then use someone else's cold calling script, it's not going to mix well. The reason why my system works so well is because it's continuity. It's all together. Like, my cold calling works so smooth because you're using the list that I talk about. My cash buyer system works so well is because the type of deals I get, right? I just want you guys to understand that I don't care if you watch other YouTubers, like I encourage it sometimes, right? But when you start mixing and matching people's systems, it becomes a complete mess. And this is an issue I think most wholesalers have a problem with. Find a couple people and stick to those and like try to find what works, but don't try to mix and match systems. This is the biggest issue. There's a lot of wholesalers out here that are buying like 5 or 6 guru programs, and then they're throwing my list inside of it. And they're like, this is not working. But then I start doing Zach's scripts and his lists, and it's working better than the guru program. I'm like, yeah, because you're kind of not using the guru program, you're using mine, right? And then there's some people that mix and match, and then they only do the guru program, and it actually works out well with them, right? Guys, you have to use one clear, concise system. That's why I tell everyone to wholesale.com. And another problem with this too is because people start going all over the board, right? They start doing different channels and marketing. They do 30 different markets, and it's ridiculous, okay? So if you just got to understand, listen to a couple people that know what they're doing, all right, and just go after it and start doing a precise system that someone else has done very well. Prefer you go to wholesale.com, do whatever one you want. But do not use half of my system and throw it in the other half of somebody else's. You're going to make my system look terrible. You're going to look the other person's system look terrible. Stick to one system. I'm just telling you, that system doesn't work. Try someone else's system. That is one of the biggest secrets to wholesaling success. Number 2, this is very important. A lot of wholesalers think they know everything. All right. And, you know, I've been victim of this before. Not anymore. Right? I'm smart enough to know that I don't know everything. All right. That's the one thing I'm proud to admit. I know that I don't know everything. Okay. And a lot of wholesalers will go out here and they'll pretend they are the expert of everything. They'll pretend that they are the cold calling champion or the king closer, and they will refuse to learn anything else in wholesaling. They'll refuse to start training or practicing any of their skills, and they'll just feel like they know everything about everything about everything. Okay. And when you have this blissful ignorance, you start losing out on a lot of wholesaling deals. Okay. When you get so hard-headed and you think that you know every little tiny thing about wholesaling, and like, I know the perfect list, I know the perfect script, and your ego is honestly so clouded in your judgment that you are only going to do these little things and they don't work, and you keep doing it because you think you know what's right, what's wrong. And when somebody in your market, or you listen to someone and they give you wholesaling advice and you clearly just don't want to listen to it, that could be a really bad thing. A lot of wholesalers sometimes think they know everything, and it ends up being their detriment. If you pretend that you know everything you don't, you're not going to end up doing well. On the contrary, on the other end here, there's a lot of wholesalers that go in appointments and they talk to their son. They pretend that they're the expert of home buying, and they're the expert of everything. I'm an expert home carpenter. I'm the jack of all trades. I know how to do carburetors and all. and you start acting like you know everything, you're going to get caught a couple times. And there's going to be problems in like roofing. Oh, I'm a roofing expert. And you don't know what you're talking about, and you're going to lose the deal. Don't pretend like you know everything, because you don't. That's a huge issue I see in wholesaling, that most wholesalers, not most, but I say a surprisingly high amount of them do it. Okay. So just be careful with it. I see this issue more times than not, unfortunately. Number 3 here. This is a big one. Okay. And I can go on and on. I can probably go for hours on this little system here, but like, so many wholesalers, and I hate to say this, and this really breaks my heart, but they try to do 30 different marketing lists. They try to do 30 different marketing channels at a time, and they literally will try to throw everything out all at once. Okay. They'll cold call a probate list. They'll cold call a code violation list. They'll do the high equities, and they'll start texting that. They will try everything all at once. And either they get overwhelmed with the leads they do, they get overwhelmed with the follow-up, and they end up just getting so burnt out, and they do like 50 calls on every type of list, and be like, it doesn't work, right? And honestly, there's just not enough volume on one type of thing that works out. A lot of people, they try to master everything at once, and it doesn't work, right? Bruce Lee, I think, said this. He's like, I don't fear the man that did 10,000 different kicks once, but the man that did 10,000 of one kick once. Or I'm definitely just showing a quote there, but be fearful of the person that's pulled 10,000 probates and just calls and that's all they know, because they'll destroy you in the probate realm, right? And I think that's one thing you guys should understand, guys. Focus on one marketing channel, open up the second one, then the third one, and then just slowly do it once the one marketing channel is doing well. Same thing with marketing lists. Do 2 or 3, and then when you master that and you start doing very well in that, then go to 3 and 4 and 5. I see a lot of wholesalers try to do it all at once, and honestly, that is the number one ticket to your failure in wholesaling, is trying to do all these different marketing channels and lists at the same. Just focus on 3 or 4 and just stick to that, and you'll be fine. Trust me. Okay. Number 4 here. This is a big one. This is massive. All right. And I see this issue all the stinking time, but this is charging forward with no clear path or plan. So many wholesalers will go to freewholesaling.com. They'll watch a couple videos, and they'll say, I'm just going to take massive action, go crazy, and just start doing one thing. And I didn't even learn really halfway. I'm just going to go and do it. And you end up getting a deal, but you lose the deal because you didn't know what you're doing, right? And, a lot of people have the opposite problem, right? The analysis paralysis problem, where they're so freaked out on what to do and they don't do anything, or they study and watch too many videos and they don't take action. Some people go to the overboard. They'll start trying to call the code violations without actually knowing or having a title company. Or they'll still go out here and try to go an appointment, but they don't know how to condition a seller, right? There is a point where you need to have more education before you start going appointments. And it's not this thing where you have to spend 50 hours doing it, right? Like if you spend a weekend at freewholesaling.com, you can roughly know what to do, like pretty quick, or you go through 30 wholesaling challenge. But like, honestly, so many wholesalers have this problem. They just charge forward with no clear path, no clear plan of what to do. And I see this problem more than not. Like more times than not, I see this massive issue. And I want to get a stop to this, okay? You need to create a plan before you start going out here. Because when you create a plan, it creates and breeds consistency with that plan. When you are not consistent, when you don't consistently market, you are not going to consistently get deals. Consistent marketing equals consistent deals. Inconsistent marketing equals inconsistent deal flow. So if you want to be consistent, you have to make a plan. And when you just charge forward without a plan, you're not going to do well, right? Think of every single battle in the United States of America or around the world, let's say the past 300 years. Did anyone just charge forward, no plan at all, just rough with all emotions and just going after it? It doesn't end up well, okay? You watch any MMA boxing match and they put the gloves on, they just start swinging and they don't care about anything. They're not defensive. They just want to go after. It doesn't work in a professional fight. And you are professionally wholesaling real estate here, okay, guys and gals? Like, we're being professionals here. And if we charge for without a plan, we don't know what our objections when cold calling. We don't know how to deal with the seller when they ask me, what's my offer? What's my offer? What's my offer? And you just don't know what to do when somebody gives you a right hook. Someone's going to figure out you don't know how to defend a right hook. You're done. Okay. Somebody knows you don't know how to defend a takedown in MMA. You're done. Right. Somebody knows you're only playing man coverage in football. You're done. Okay. Like, This is so important in wholesaling real estate, and it's never talked about enough. But you have to go through the course of freewholesaling.com. It's a free stinking wholesaling course, and just know what to do in every situation. And once you know what to do and actually how to counter some of these attacks, you can go after here and actually attack with a plan. And once you make a plan, that increases your success. The reason why I'm so like just telling you guys to make plans is because when you make a plan in wholesaling real estate, especially right now, right? Like when we have challenges and things like that, the chance of you getting a first deal within a month goes up probably 20, 30, 40% when you make a plan. It doesn't guarantee you get that first deal, but it increases the odds by 30 to 40% more increase because you're more prepared. And it's just being frank with you, you're just more consistent. People that make plans are more consistent. And this is a big failure of most wholesalers starting out. And I hate to say it, but you got to go after here and just make the plan, go after, understand what you're doing, and you can do it for wholesaling real estate success. I'm telling you, you do not want to stop going out here and wholesaling real estate and just go after without a plan. You have to make a plan and you'll be successful. Okay. Number 5 here. I hate to tell you this, and I'm trying to say this in the nicest way possible, but most of you guys out here have to let your ego go. And I'm not saying anyone's egotistical here, right? I'm not saying that, but a lot of wholesalers have this big ego, and sometimes it's not in like you're a terrible person. There's a lot of sweet people that their ego gets in the way in wholesaling. It's where they feel like they just have to grind it out and they don't want to get any help from anyone else. They want to have their blinders on and they don't want to pivot when something's not working. The biggest quote about I say this is, guys, you have to first take action and then analyze and then redo the plan and then go after it, right? For example, it's like fishing. Okay, I know I'm the analogy guy today, but this is the honest dang truth I can tell you about wholesaling. Okay, it's the same thing as fishing. If I'm fishing at a lake and I've spent 4 hours and I haven't caught one fish, I should probably go to a different lake and see what's up. All right, like don't try to just keep kicking a dead horse. All right, if something is not working, specifically in wholesaling marketing lists, some marketing lists in place don't work. Okay. Sometimes bandit signs just don't work and you just can't be going after it and just grinding it out and you're going to do well, right? Sometimes it ain't going to work. Okay. Sometimes you might have to pivot a little bit and go after. Some people's egos are too big. They don't want to do it. Or sometimes their ego's so big, they feel like in their heart that, yeah, Zach's cold calling list is okay, but I think I know a better list, right? I feel like the pre-foreclosures are more motivated and Zach just doesn't know what he's talking about. A lot of people do this. You know, I know Zach told me to do this cold calling, this script for cold calling, how to talk to the sellers, but you know, I feel like this would be a lot better, right? And just when you feel like your script is going to be better than my script, it's kind of an ego play. But the one thing is, okay, if you have done wholesaling deals and it works for you, I give everyone permission to use their script over mine. But if you haven't done any wholesaling deals and you believe because you worked 15 years in a jewelry sales place that you're going to be better wholesaling than me on it, it ain't going to work. Okay. Yeah. Solar sales ain't wholesaling sales. Okay. Some of them can translate, but it's not the same exact thing. Okay. And so you have to understand here that do not act like you know everything. This is a little bit of, number 2 I've talked about before, but don't let the ego get in front of you in wholesaling real estate. Okay. You have to go out here and attack and make action and go after. That is always super duper important, what I always say. But you also have to know when to give up in a certain marketing channel or list and then do something else. The problem is people go a little too far on it, right? And that is always the issue I'm going to tell you. So guys, get your ego out of it. All right. Just get your ego out of this business. Just understand it. Take advice from people. And when you're doing your marketing out here or your cash buyers, don't pretend like you know everything. If it ain't working, don't work at it, right? And so this is kind of what I would tell everyone to do. And this has always been my script action plan. A lot of people think my action plan is just go. Wait, make a plan. Go, and never stop. It's never that, okay? I want to reemphasize with everybody watching this one more time. It's plan, attack, analyze, pivot, then attack again. Okay, so we do more attacking than anything else. We got to plan out what we're going to do in wholesaling or marketing, things like that. We got to analyze what's going on. And so, people might reverse drive for dollars and say, it's not working. And before I tell everyone just to give up and, oh my gosh, it's so bad. No, okay. first and foremost, we got to plan really quick. Okay. What we're going to do, we're going to attack. And if it's not working, we got to analyze it, right? So like if I'm getting a 2% response rate on my reverse drawing for dollars, I'm probably not going to do that anymore. If I did 300 or 400, I'm only getting a 2% response rate. It should be 20 or 30%. Probably not what I want to do. It's probably not the best. So I probably should do something else. Okay. I'm going to analyze it. I'm probably going to pivot and then attack from there. A lot of wholesalers might attack without analyzing or pivoting what's not working. Then they get frustrated. A lot of you guys don't even do one-on-one calls with me, which are free here on the YouTube channel. And you wonder what's going wrong. It's like you got a 7-figure wholesaler who's literally going to tell you what to do, when to do it, and how to do it for free on this YouTube channel. It's crazy. But nobody ever takes me. Most people take me up on it that want to, but a lot of wholesalers don't. And I will literally hold your hand to wholesaling success. And so the truth is, if you want to be a failure in wholesaling real estate, go do it. But we're kind of do the opposite of this, right? And so what's the opposite of this, right? Number one, listen one wholesaling real estate system, preferably at freewholesaling.com, a free wholesaling course. Number two, be smart enough to know that you don't know everything. And if somebody gives you a question you don't know, say, that's a great question. My title company might know this. My partner might know this. Let me ask them. Number three here, focus on like 2, maybe 3 marketing lists if you're niching it out, and then maybe 1 or 2 marketing channels at most, and stick to that, and then just keep going after it for a good time and see what's working, and then analyze, pivot. 4, make a plan first. Number 5, don't let your ego get in the way. Plan, analyze, attack, analyze again, pivot, and go after it. I'm not telling you in this video to be this analysis paralysis guy, because I'm the guy that'll tell you it's better to take action than no action. But if you're taking action with no plans of attack or not going through the course, you're going to be set up for failure. Okay. Like it's never good. All right. It's like trying to fight a shark barehanded. It's like in the water. It's just, maybe we should learn how to fight sharks online or something before we do that. Right. Just like, okay. And so the truth here, what I'm trying to tell you is most wholesalers will fail from not taking action, but that's the obvious one. What I wanted to tell you today is the 5 fastest ways that most wholesalers fail, because not doing any action is a pretty slow way to fail, right? That's years of no taking action. These are the ways that people fail really, really fast in this business. And the number one thing to do to avoid all this stuff, go to my free wholesaling course, freewholesaling.com. I'll lead you to wholesaling real estate success. So guys, that's it. Go to freewholesaling.com, learn how to do it. And I would love to go out here and help you become the best wholesaler possible. So without further ado, let me answer some questions here. Let me know how I can help you guys out here. And yeah. So SM Fredo says, is this live or premiere? So this is actually a premiere. This is not a live stream at all. Just letting everybody know. I'm popping up your comment live to tell you this is not live, right? Come on, bro. Like this is a joke. Okay. This is a live video. This has always been a live video. I've never done a fake live. Gurus love doing fake lives. It's actually kind of the saddest things I've ever seen in my life. But a lot of gurus will go out here and do these fake lives on here. So it's so sad to see. I hate to see it, but yeah, no, it's terrible, right? So yeah, it's very, 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 very sad. And yep, I love the quote. I do not fear the man who's practiced 10,000 kicks once, but I fear the man who's practiced one kick 10,000 times. I love the Bruce Lee quote. Zach said, Brandon says, Zach, I'm surprised you're live right now. Go Heat. Yeah, I love my Heat. Love to do it. But I'll tell you this. I always practice and preach consistency. Okay. I'm probably one of the most consistent YouTubers on here. And so I was watching the video, the game beforehand. Just check the score one more time. I'll give everyone a tip for me. If you guys work on the night shift for the Heat games, the NBA does this. No other sports league does this. The NBA will give you, they'll give you the edited game and they'll do it in like 10 minutes and they won't tell you who wins. NFL does this. I hate how they do that, right? But you can literally just go to NBA, close your eyes, click the game, and it'll give you the full game in 10 minutes. And it'll show you all the highlights and stuff. Closest single live game you're going to have. I know somebody in the live stream is going to spoil the game for me. But whatever. I prefer nobody spoils it for me, but whatever. I'm just not going to look at that. I'm going to look at the live comments. But I checked the score on it. I'm going to see what happens when the live's over. But I want to focus on you guys, the live. I'll tell you, everybody knows I am a huge Miami Heat fan. I'm a huge Miami Dolphins fan. I'm a huge Florida Panthers fan. I'm a huge Miami sports teams fan. But that is all pale in comparison to wholesaling real estate to me. Wholesaling real estate is my true passion in life. Helping people get out of their financial situations is my true passion in life. And the reason for this, and I want everybody to understand this, and I'm saying this from the bottom of my heart, I cannot control my sports teams, but I can control how many millions of dollars I have in my bank account. I can control how many lives I save. I can change how many lives I touch, how many people's lives and financial freedoms are different from me, and how much I can help people give back to charity, give back to my community. I can control that. If the Heat win tonight or not, it's out of my control because Eric Spoelstra will not let me play point guard, and I can't do anything about that. All right. There's nothing I can do about that. He did not like my game film. I've DM'd the Miami Heat as a joke, but kind of serious. They'll not take me. So it's out of my control. I've tried everything to be on the Heat. Didn't pan out. But so, I'm just wholesaling houses. That's kind of the point here. So it's always funny. So yeah, it's kind of a joke, kind of not a joke, but we'll see. I'm confident the Heat will. I think it's 50-50. I want the Heat to win. That's all I can tell you. Nuggets are insane. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah, guys, wholesaling real estate is the biggest passion I have, and that's what I'm always going to say. And wholesaling is second to my life to my health and my family. Health and family is always the best, and I can tell you that. And so, Matt, why did you, Matt? See, Matt just spoiled the game for me, but whatever. All right, he won. Whatever. Happy for me, but yeah, that's pretty much it. So let me go answer some live comments you guys have, and we'll do some one-on-ones too. Always love the people and always loving everyone out here. We are currently in the 3rd-day wholesaling challenge. We are in day number 4 today, right? Yeah, day number 4. And so, yeah, that's pretty cool. We're in day 4 of the challenge here. And so day 5 will be tomorrow. So pretty excited about that. Pretty good video. And then everybody needs to know this too, that the 3rd-day wholesaling challenge is in freewholesaling.com. Matt, I'm not mad at you. It's just a joke. But I'll tell you guys, in the 30-day wholesaling challenge, we are uploading clips of the live streams too. That's pretty cool there. And yeah, so day 5 is tomorrow. That's pretty cool. Make sure on the Flipbook YouTube channel for that. We do have a YouTube playlist for that too. So yeah, that's pretty much it on that one. So let's answer the live comments, see what we got here. So yeah, Taylor wants to know, how do we sign up for the one-on-one? You go to the pinned on the YouTube channel. This is Zach Ginn YouTube channel. You're literally watching this only on the Zach Ginn YouTube channel. So yeah, you should be on here pretty easy. Let's see here. Taylor Fun says, I have a super motivated seller, but I need help with the offer. Hop on here, Taylor. Love to help you out. StreamYard link's on there. I'll put the StreamYard link on here again so y'all don't miss it. But yeah, all right, boom. All right, perfect, cool. All right, and so yeah, let's do some one-on-ones too, guys. StreamYard links right here. Love to hop on. Love to help you guys out. And always, you already know, I'm always here to help you guys out in wholesaling real estate. So let's get after it. So first and foremost, we have.
Oh yeah, can you hear me, Zach?
Who do we got? Oh, we got RN.
Yeah, Ravon.
On. Oh, hopped off. Dang it. Guys, make sure you don't do it from your phone. Sometimes it hops off weird on that. So yeah. Dominique. Hello. Dominique. Why does everyone have their internet problems today? Xavier's device isn't even connected today. Oh my goodness. Chris.
I'm here.
Chris. There we go. What's up, man?
I'm here. Good. How are you?
Yeah, I can hear you. I'm blessed, man. What's up? How can I help you out today?
First thing I want to say is you need to change that Florida Gator shirt.
Okay. I'm not going to.
My thing is I'm actually going to be trying to get into virtual wholesaling because I'm in the local market of Alabama, and I do driving for jobs.
Can somebody have a good internet connection today? Okay, to make sure y'all are connected to Wi-Fi. Mir, are you connected to Wi-Fi?
You tell me, man. What do you think?
You look pretty clean. We're going off Canadian internet today, honestly.
Yeah, man.
Screw it. All right. What's up, man? How are you?
What's up, man? Why'd you get rid of the beard, man? It was looking good.
I don't know. Got to shave it.
All right, man. Sounds good. Listen, man. I don't know if you remember, but I'm in North Carolina market. I'm doing North Carolina real estate wholesaling, and I've recently got the government list from the website itself. So yeah, I can't get them by calling or email. So I got some lists via the website, and I'm calling and I'm calling and I'm calling, but no one's picking up. It's either voicemail. I even got a Charlotte, North Carolina number to match it up with whatever state I'm calling, and it's Greensboro. Greensboro's like right above it.
Yes.
I don't know. Yeah. So
Oh yeah, Greensboro's good.
yeah, and no one's picking up, and I'm really frustrated because I've called like maybe 100 for the past 3 days. No,
Google
like
Voice?
Vumber.
Vumber's really good. What's your contact rate?
I don't know. I don't know if they're
So contact rate's basically I made 100 calls and 5 people picked up. That's a 5% contact rate.
yeah, something like 10 people picked up, and all of them weren't interested. Like they cussed me out.
Well,
I don't care about that.
between
But
you and me, cold calling's it's a long game, man.
yeah,
So if you're driving for dollars, on average, it's about 500 driving for dollars pickups, hellos for one deal.
mhm.
That means 100, 150, someone's kind of interested, right? And so you got to understand those numbers. And that's one of the most motivated lists. That's probates are 400, 450. When we're doing high equities and like government lists, it's like you're in the thousands, dude. You got to make a lot of calls. 100 calls isn't that tough to do. I'm not saying that in a mean way, but like
Yeah.
not tough to get those pickups if you got the numbers to. Are you using True People Search?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a tougher skip tracing. And so the way that you make that work is you got to do way, way, way niched out lists to make it work, because it's all about the ROT. Have you heard of ROT?
No.
So there's, ROI, right?
Yeah.
So that's return on income, right? But you want to focus on your ROT, return on time.
Yeah.
So how much hours you put in, how much money you're making, right? And so ROT, the best way is get the most motivated lists. If you get a list that everybody else is doing, and I'm not saying this in a mean way, but like Greensboro ain't the the least saturated market out there. There's a decent amount of wholesalers there. So you're going to have to go after lists that usually most of them aren't going after. And so I would probably stick to more of tax delinquencies, virtual drawing for dollars. I might find some people who want to drive for dollars with you there and start trying those type of categories. Heck, even the arrest records. Most people aren't going after that. Your pickups will be a lot higher with those.
Yeah, man. This falls up to my next question. What would you recommend other than True People Search?
Depends on your budget. I mean, if you really can't find somebody, you got no money, I would probably do just DM people on Facebook. True People Search is still sneakily the best way to go find someone's phone number for free. I would probably say PropStream is probably going to be the cheapest if you have PropStream. If you don't, there's a lot of paid there. I would probably just stick to PropStream. Batch is the best one. It's a little more expensive, especially starting out. But how many calls are you willing to do on a single line on Vumber, like per week?
Oh, I'm willing to get this money, baby, and I do have a PropStream a membership.
Okay, how many calls did you make last week?
I don't count them. I just call.
How about this, Mir? How about you count how many calls you made last week? Give me the contact rate and just track your numbers, then get back to me next week and we can analyze it.
Okay, so
Think
this is
about what I said today. Plan, attack, analyze.
Yeah.
I'm telling you to do the analyzing part. If we can't analyze, we can't pivot.
I already analyzed, man. So this is my work.
What's your contact rate?
I don't know the exact number.
So you got to get it. So figure out how many calls you made on Vumber. Vumber will actually tell you. Go to exports, see how many outbound calls. You'll get the data. Or just start tracking it next week.
But I'm calling one by one. Like, is that the wrong thing to do? Like,
no, that's not a wrong thing to do at all.
Because I hear dialers and I hear all that.
You can get a dialer, but then if you start dialing too much or you don't buy new lists, which is expensive, you're gonna get spam likely. The single dialer is not terrible. A lot of people like to do on single line dialers, but they usually aren't spam likely, especially if you move up the numbers a lot. It's not bad.
So no dialers, no, just
I
stick
don't
to
know your
bumpers.
data, dude. You got to get me some data. So let's get the contact rate. So if I made 100 calls and only had 10 picking up, that's a 10% response rate, 10% contact rate. Let's figure that out.
You know why I'm frustrated? Because I'm seeing, oh, I made 10,000 calls today. Like, how are you doing that manually?
Well, they're
Like,
using dialers, and the ROT is better, but you're going to spend more money. So the ROI is not there. So you can do it, right? It's just going to cost more money. And so personally, I would only use a dialer for cold calling, but it's ultimately up to you. I'm not telling you to go spend the money on it, but maybe you might want to do better lists. So specifically, you've been doing government lists. What lists were you doing last week?
so last week I went to the City of Greensboro website, and then I went to a few tabs, few links here and there, and then I finally found something. Oh, get this list. And then it gave me a list full of abatements, nuisances.
So you did abatements?
Yeah, and then something boarding up structures, and then when the names it said heirs, so I'm like, oh, this is a probate. And I called them, and I looked it up on PropStream. It's been bought for like a third of what it's worth. I was like, I missed out on that. But yeah, this is what I'm doing. I also did that
So
for
Mir, I've never mentioned any of those. Now I know what those lists are, but I never mention them. I always mention the liens. I mention the probates, the code violations, tax delinquencies, evictions. I didn't even hear you done any of those.
I did code violations for Charlotte.
Okay, you did code violations.
Yeah.
Let's do this. Let's do one list. Let's do the tax delinquency list for Greensboro.
I remember that one was SMS text blast, not call though.
You
Was it?
texted those.
No. I remember in the course you said you have to text, like not you have to, but like
Pre-foreclosures, not tax delinquencies.
Oh, okay.
I made the course. I know. Let's cold call the tax delinquencies and the evictions list. Let's do those two. And I want you to call at least 200 on each one. That's 400 calls. 250, 500 on those two lists. And get back to me and tell me what the true people search contact rate is.
True people search still? Okay, and
Still do. I need some data. Because I don't know if it's your list that's the problem, or the true people search, or the single dialer. Right now, your biggest weakness is your list.
and then that list I get from PropStream, which I already have.
You don't no from the government.
Like
I mean, you
call
can
them?
get tax delinquencies from PropStream. That's not bad. But the evictions you're not going to get.
I call them
Get the evictions on the court records. Yes.
is it on the website, or do I have to call them? Because I'm not having any luck.
You got to look it up.
Okay.
Find where the eviction filings are.
Yeah, because I've been calling them about the water shutoffs and everything else, and
Sometimes you just go to clear the court, look online public records, and filter by evictions. If it doesn't pop up easily, call them up.
yeah, man. And then thank you, by the way. And then the last question.
Of course.
Thanks, man. And then last question. So this is my setup. Whenever I'm calling someone, I have the details of the property right in front of me, and the PropStream details, and then I have the tax appraiser's website, the city website, the address on there, and those details on another screen. And I'm looking at both numbers, their
Smart.
estimated value, and each one is different. Sometimes this one's higher than that one. Sometimes this one's higher than which one's the real one?
None of them.
Okay.
All right. The real numbers are the comps.
Yeah.
Estimated value for a property appraiser doesn't matter because sometimes it's homesteaded, sometimes it's not. The value skewed. Don't focus on that. The PropStream value is usually always over too much. And so you got to go off your own comps. If you want, you can do the PropStream, then take some off. But I only use the property appraiser for pretty much square footage and bed and baths. Because PropStream has been wrong. PropStream pulls their data from the property appraiser on like square footage and bed and baths. And sometimes it's not perfect. There's one county in my county that PropStream does not pull, their API is screwed up on it. Out of 3,000 counties, it's one of the few ones that are always wrong, which is not a big deal because honestly, most wholesalers don't know how to deal with it. Go to the property appraiser. You have you're smart enough. You know what to do. And so I feel like the big weakness on you is the list here. And so I think we got to focus on that, man. All right. And so let's repeat what I said. I said the tax delinquencies
And
and the
evictions.
evictions. Let's do
Yeah.
those two and see how they work out for the cold calling.
All right, man. I'll try my best. It's just been frustrating because I'm ready to talk to people. Like
I know
wanna
you are,
talk
but
to
you got to
people.
talk to the right people.
Yeah, but no one's picking up. Okay. I'll try. I'll
Well,
try what
because
you
you're
told
doing
me.
the abatements, man. Let's do like for Greensboro, let's do that. But let's do those two types of lists and let me know what the contact. Even if you only get to 50, tell me what the contact rate is.
And then contact rate is on. It shows up on Bumper.
Yes, and then you're gonna come back on maybe Tuesday, maybe Thursday. Let me know, and
Okay. And
we can see what's going on with it.
should I get a different number for each city or just keep my one in Charlotte?
It depends what you want. I don't think most people are gonna really care if it's Charlotte on a Greensboro. North Carolina's weird with that.
Greensboro,
I
no
don't.
one answered, man. No one.
I mean, maybe try it.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not? Try it out.
All right, man. Thanks. Thanks a lot, man.
All right, keep it up, man. I'm doing this because I believe in you and I know you're smart enough to do it. I just don't think the list you told me are not going to be the best chance for your success. Those two, the reason why I'm saying them is because they have high motivations, and most wholesalers in person and virtually don't want to pull that list. You probably rolling your eyes in the back of your head like, this? Really? I don't want to do that. And I know you're nice and you're like, okay, Zach's saying I'm going to do it. But you subconsciously like, really? Because most people do that in their mind. The evictions list, that sounds so boring. They just evicted a tenant. They're sick of this. The house is vacant now. They might want to get rid of it. It gives you the best chance of somebody when they pick up wanting to sell it. And that's why I'm telling you to do it.
And then please, last thing, if
course, man.
If getting batch leads means that it's gonna improve it like dramatically, like
I don't
would.
think it is.
Okay.
I really personally don't. Like if you use prop stream, it's not going to be this dramatic difference, dude.
Okay. So prop stream, I already have what I need.
You already have it. Just use it.
Just prop stream, nothing else.
Yeah. I mean, batch is going to be better, but it's not going to be this world of difference where that money's probably better spent on different things for you.
Okay. All right, man. I'll let you know, man.
All right, man. Keep
Thanks,
it up.
man.
Appreciate it.
Thanks.
I'm telling you guys, I give you the truth. I tell you what's going on because I truly want the best for your success. And I tell you not what you want to hear, but what you need to hear. And if this is the catalyst that gets me to actually go after lists that people want to sell on, it's tough, but I truly love when people do these one-on-ones because it forces them to take uncomfortable action and it gets them out of their shell and start doing things that kind of scare them, but it moves them towards a better chance of getting that deal. That's all I'm for today. That's all I'm working on today. And he's got his internet, so that's great. Adam.
What's up, man?
I'm doing good, man. How are you doing?
I'm amazing. I'm doing way better since I started watching you, man.
Awesome, man. What's up? How can I help you out today?
I'm good, man. I just got a couple questions. I know you're a busy guy and you know, probably the biggest influencer around in real life, but I'm in the New York market, starting off this wholesaling business. Just like I said, I had a couple questions, wanted to see what it's like for pulling up listings off market is really the hardest thing here in New York, to be honest. And I want to get my local market before I get onto virtual wholesaling, so I know what I'm doing.
Okay. Where in New York?
I'm in Long Island.
Oh, okay. We're in Long Island.
Right now, I'm in Dix Hills.
I don't even know where that is, but
yeah, dude.
Cool.
Yeah. By the beach.
Okay. And so I know Rockaway Beach.
Yeah, I mean, I'm an hour from there, okay, more or less.
So more east?
Yeah, way more east.
So I'd love to go tell you and be like, oh, you know what? Long Island's a secret wholesaling oasis. It's not. Okay. Yeah. I had a lot of people try to help Long Island, Brooklyn. I've had the New York people. Honestly, man, the best real estate market, the closest one to you is New Jersey, and then Hudson Valley. That's it, man. I hate to tell you this, and you're probably virtual wholesaling will be your best option.
I mean, I kind of already figured that, but I don't want to just, throw in the towel just yet, because I know if I could overcome this, I'll be able to overcome whatever else comes my way. You know what I'm saying? I get it. So before I conquer the world, I want to conquer my own backyard first. You get it?
I mean, if you want to do it, go do it, right? I'll love to help you out with it. I would rather you do virtual, but if you want to do it, I will help you. Right? Obviously, it's ultimately up to you. So are you? So you want to do your own local market?
Yeah, as of
All right.
now, I'm exploring options.
Okay. Well, hey, dude, prove me wrong. There's this guy in his name's Paul. He's in Bronx, maybe. But he's made he makes hundreds of thousands of dollars in Manhattan wholesaling. He's crazy. He like walks for dollars. He makes 0 cents at all, but it works. So
Yeah, I mean, I was literally just talking with my business partner about it, like doing. I remember seeing on one of the videos you talking about, proportioning 50% wholesaling as well as 50% local. So after I saw that, it got me thinking I'm probably gonna end up doing that, just to expand my options and have more leads that I could follow through with.
yeah, why not? I mean, whatever helps you out, man.
Yeah, man, these listings out here, it's tough. It's tough. I'm not gonna lie. New York is a crazy market.
Exactly what's tough?
So, I mean, as of right now, every single list that I look at, almost every single list is all on market deals with realtors over here. The realtors, they're like cutthroat. They're not going to take a penny less than what they're asking, no matter how much rapport you build with them, no matter how much you talk to them, even, excuse my French, but you kiss their ass a little bit, they're not even going to budge.
Okay. So one thing I can tell you is, why don't you just drive for dollars?
I have been as well.
How many driving for dollars leads have you done?
Honestly, I'm still trying to skip trace the people because a lot of them are on DNCs and.
How many?
So as of right now, I have probably, let me see this list. I'm at 30, 35 right now for driving for dollars.
You're at 30, dude. That's nothing.
Yeah.
How
like
many?
I said, New York
how
is a
many
tough
reverse
market.
driving for dollars leads have you done?
I haven't even done any at all. I was just trying to get bandit signs today, actually.
Okay. So do you remember what did you watch this whole video I did today?
Yes, I did.
Of the guy doing a million different things and why that doesn't work?
Okay.
I feel like you might be, you're
might
not
be that
fully
guy.
that person, but you're slowly turning into that person.
It's
I
okay.
hear bandit
man.
signs. I hear
That's
this.
why I'm
I hear
here,
that.
man.
I hear this. You're slowly turning into that guy.
100%.
And I don't want you to be a hoarder of marketing channels and lists. Let's do 400, 100 a week for a month, reverse drawing for dollars on pre-foreclosures, ugly houses, and tax delinquencies and code violations. Why don't we do that?
Okay, so you said, sorry, just repeat
No
that
worries.
one more time.
We are going to do
paper.
100 pre-foreclosures,
Okay.
100 tax delinquencies, and then 200 ugly houses in between that. And maybe code violations.
Got you.
And report back to me how that works. And you are going to call those people and you're going to put sticky notes on those houses. Reverse rank for dollar style.
Got you. You're the man with the plan, man.
Now, you're the man with the plan. Okay. You have the plan. Now you have to execute that plan.
I got you. I'm all about it. I'm all about being uncomfortable for this whole 30-day challenge. So I'll get to it, man. I appreciate your time.
Go after it, bro. Appreciate it.
Keep doing God's work.
All right, man. Appreciate it. Boom. Awesome. Next here we got
Hi.
Atharva.
Yeah, Atharva. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm blessed. What's up? How can I help you out today?
So I just had a couple questions for ask, and then if I wanted to do a role play for the probates.
Sure.
Okay, so my first question was that I'm only 15, so how do I go through like the process of like signing the contract when I close the deal, or like do I need to have like one of my parents sign it, or what do I do?
Yeah, let me tell you. You're not only 15, you are 15. Okay. You're older than a lot of people out here, so you're fine, right? You're not the oldest person out here, but you're fine. You're old enough to start wholesaling houses. What state do you live in?
I live in the Austin, Texas area, but I'm doing Beaumont.
Okay. Do you live in like the city of Austin, or is it like Pflugerville or something like that?
Yeah, by Pflugerville, it's in Round Rock.
Okay. So Round Rock, you say?
Yeah.
You might have some good markets out by you. Let me go check it out. So let's see here, Round Rock. You know, everyone says they're from Austin, but they don't live in Austin. That's why I have to go get some more info out of you. All right. So, yeah, you're a little too far from like, yeah. I mean, I think Colleen's the best market in the area, but Beaumont might not be bad. So you've definitely listened to me before if you're saying Beaumont. So I appreciate
I
that.
watched their top 25 markets in the U.S.
I love it, man. Okay, so yeah, you're gonna need your parents to help you out. No big deal. Are they on board or are they not on board?
They're on board, yes.
Okay, so good. Let them understand do they know what wholesaling is? Do they need to like any help with it? Like, do they understand it?
I've just explained like the basic thing where I just like sell the contract to the cash buyers. I don't think they fully got the concept yet, but
Okay. Have you found a title company?
yeah, it's a Capital Title. It's like has a couple locations over Texas. It has a location in
Okay.
Beaumont.
Have they done wholesaling deals before?
Yeah, I went through the script Rick gave to like qualify a title company. They like where I was positive on everything.
Perfect. So if your parents have questions, have them call the title company and they'll be, oh, okay, this is actually legit, right? So first and foremost, the best way to get your parents involved is not you convincing them. Have the title company explain it. They're better than anyone else doing it. So, because that's the most important part, getting your parents on board. So your parents are on board. All they honestly have to do is sign the contract, and where they put the money on it, between you and me, they should probably get the money, and then they can give you the money just easily like that kind of. They create an LLC. There's a million ways to do it. We can talk about that a little later once you get a deal. But
Right.
that's pretty much it. Now, I'm not giving you legal advice. I'm not a lawyer, none of these things. So blah, 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 legal. My lawyer's going to be mad at me. So all this stuff. So that's question number one. I would have your parents sign the contract and kind of do it with there, but you would be controlling most of it.
Right. Which actually
Not
brings
legal
me to
advice.
question number 2 of the LLC. So on like the launch control for SMS blasting, I have like the funds saved up from somewhere else to buy it, but it says I need an EIN number. So that means I have to file like a company, right?
Yeah, I probably won't be SMS text blasting right now. I mean, you might have the funds for it. You have a cell phone, right?
Yes.
I would text like 30 or 20 texts on your phone a day. Just don't do that, right? I don't think it's worth it for you right now. The cost of an LLC and the cost of texting could probably use it for better things starting out. Let's get one deal first.
Okay. I was asking because my dad already has an LLC, so I thought I could just use that.
Well, that could work, actually. See, that's information in it now.
My bad.
That couldn't be bad. Does he make all of his money through that LLC? Do you know that or not?
Oh, he just uses it for tax write-offs.
Yeah, okay. So you didn't tell me that. That went through one ear. I didn't hear that. Okay, so I'd probably use that EIN if you're going to do it. That's fine. I don't think you're risking too much with it. So yeah.
Okay, and then speaking of companies, in the script for cold calling, it says to say like, "Hi, this is Atharva with company." So I wasn't sure if I should say like my title company or like the actual LLC.
This is Atharva. I'm looking to buy some houses for cash. That's it.
Okay, so this is Atharva. I'm looking to buy some houses for cash. Okay, wonderful. So I cold called just the probate list in Jefferson County, and I got one lead off of that. And so I watched Rick did a video on it that like you can close a deal before the probate's over. You just have to file like a motion to sell the asset. I was just wondering if you could help me out, like how that process works a bit more.
You're smarter than 90% of new wholesalers out here. So shout out to you. Literally, you can just say that to the seller. You'll be fine. If they have any more questions, talk to my title company. They're the ones who deal with it. They got the lawyer. Boom. Right?
Okay.
Atharva, do you have a favorite TV show?
Favorite TV show?
Yeah.
Actually, I started watching just your YouTube videos. I stopped watching TV. I just watched Flip with Rick and Zach Ginn.
Do you have a favorite movie?
A favorite movie?
Sports team?
I really like the Matrix, like the
Matrix.
latest one. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's kind of like the Matrix, I guess. The reason why I'm forcing you to like do some calling is because you're kind of, I guess you could be like Neo, right? Like you're not that good starting out, and you just get more confidence the more you do it. So I think the best thing for you to have success in wholesaling right now, especially at your age, is cold calling. If you just learn how to talk to sellers, you're already a smart kid. If we can match that out with actually sales skills, which you don't have all of them yet because you're 15, right? I didn't have them when I was 17. If you can match your intelligence with the sales skills, you're going to be unbeatable. And that it takes like a month or two to get it. Like it's not that difficult. And so that I think that's going to be the best thing for you. So you're developing the script now. I like this. If you start executing and talking to sellers, you're going to sound way more confident. You're going to do a way better, man. And so I think you're going in the right direction. I think cold calling is going to be the best thing for you right now, though.
Yeah, I cold called the whole probate list, which brings me to the next question. What's like the most ideal list to do for the Beaumont area? I watched your video on like the best list to pull on PropStream, and I pulled that, but I don't want to be the guy who's going after like a bunch of everything and going after all the lists. So what would you think would be best for the Beaumont area?
I do evictions, tired landlords. So those are different lists. So evictions are from the government, tired landlords you can be from PropStream. I'm trying to think of like in Beaumont specifically. Trying for dollars works so well there. It's very working class there too because it's kind of on the coast. I think evictions, I would probably do some liens. Probates, your city did the probates though. And you know, if you really want to go out there, I'll probably do the arrest records too. That's a little out there, man. But I think you're smart enough to get that list. I don't think anyone's really calling over there.
Okay. I actually just started the tired landlords list today. There's actually no utility liens at all in Jefferson County. So
yeah, they don't know how to pull. PropStream probably doesn't know how to pull them.
okay, so should I just like pull that from like the clerk of court or?
Yeah, you probably have to manually pull them.
Okay, and now last question. I have it written down here. Okay, is there anything specific to do for calling like tired landlords? Because like, can we do a role play for like the tired landlords or probate?
Of course, man. Let me give you my cheat code, dude. Let people know who you are and what you're looking to do. That's all people care about. People only care about themselves. And I hate to say that in like a mean way, but like you're not calling me, you know, to chit chat. You're calling this for you to have a better life, right? You're calling for yourself. Now you're not doing it selfishly because I'm inviting anyone, but most people only care about what happens to them. I'm not saying it's for you, but when you're talking to a seller, they're only going to care about what's in it for them. Who is this guy? Why is he trying to call me? I have hey, I'm looking to buy a couple properties for cash. And if they know that off the bat, that's the most important thing. That's
Okay.
it. And so that's why my script's like that, man. So let's do some role plays. What list is it again?
Let's do the tired landlords list.
All right, man. Go after it. Ring me up.
Ring ring.
Hello.
Oh, hi. Is this Zach?
Yeah. Who is this?
Hi. This is Atharva. I'm looking to buy some houses for cash.
Okay.
I was calling in regard to your property at 123 Main Street, and I had a question about it. Is this the owner?
Yeah.
Hi. So I was driving around the neighborhood, and I really liked the area, and I wanted to reach out to the owners around Main Street to see if they might have wanted a cash offer on their property.
Okay.
Okay. Why were you thinking about selling?
I never said I was looking to sell.
Would you be interested in selling?
I mean, I haven't really thought about it.
Okay. So can you tell me a little bit about the property?
Yeah. I mean, it's a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house. It's a rental property for me right now. And I mean, the offer's right. I'd probably sell it.
Okay. So when are you looking to sell?
I mean, whenever the offer's right.
Okay. So how much are you looking for?
I don't know. You give me an offer. What's your offer?
How about I give you $1 for the property?
No.
$2?
No. Are you serious, Arthur? Are you like, what's a serious offer?
I don't know. You tell me.
I don't know. You're the one calling me.
Well, can you tell me a little bit more about how the property's holding up?
I mean, I haven't seen it in like a couple of years. I mean, I get the rent for it. I'm kind of sick of it, right? So I probably could just use the cash right now. I mean, I don't want to get 1,000 a month anymore. I'd just rather just sell it outright.
Okay, so if I have like everything ready for a cash offer, are you ready for a fair deal today?
I mean, you're probably gonna have to come by and just go meet me at the house and see it. I mean, aren't you serious about buying it? Just come out and meet me for it.
Yeah, I'd love to see the house, but the way our company works is we get the agreement done first because like I don't want to waste your time or my time, and then we'll go out and look at the property.
Okay.
Okay, so before I give you the price, can I work with my cash department and I'll call you back in around 20 minutes? Sound good?
Your what? Cash department?
Yeah.
What's a cash department?
They'll basically be looking over like what the price, they'll be looking through the property. They'll tell me what's the best price that I can offer you.
Okay, well have that department call me.
Have that department call you?
Yeah.
So the way our company works is they just look at the cash, all the like the calls and the phones are here in our like call center. So I would have to call you from over here.
Okay.
Okay, sounds good. I'll give you a call back in 20 minutes.
All right.
Beep.
That's pretty good, man.
Okay, thank you.
That was better than 90% of calls I've ever had here. So that's amazing. Yeah, that was good. You only gave me one which is pretty crazy. That's very good. That's very close to what I think you should get. I get probably more in my calls, but I liked it, man.
No, thank you. Thank you.
That was great. The one thing I'll tell you, man, you just gotta be a little more direct. I think you didn't ask if I was interested fast enough, which is fine, but I'm a lot quicker with it. Because remember, man, if you're making hundreds and hundreds of calls, doing that full 3 or 4 sentences is gonna get old really quick.
Right.
But the one skill I know you have here, which I was testing on, is you're very quick on your feet. You're very good if I throw you something you don't know. You know how to answer it pretty quick. You're probably a good debater.
I actually do debate.
Huh?
I'm actually on the debate team.
Yeah. You're pretty quick on your feet. I'm very good at that too. Like just my mind works pretty fast. That's a very good skill. The one thing is I'd be a little quicker on it. That was all good. Everything was perfect, except I would probably not do the cash department. Like I don't understand. I've never said the cash department thing. I know it's a confidence thing, but the cash department, I've just never had good on it because it eliminates the biggest rule I have for virtual wholesaling is have all decision makers there. And Arthurva, you need to be the decision maker. If you put the decision making in the cash department, then the seller is going to feel like they have to deal with the cash department, not you. And this doesn't make the cash process seem any simpler. You ain't a car dealership, man. It's you and your partner. So you can say this, though. I'd say, hey, I need to talk to my partner, not my cash. Switch cash department with partner, and it'll be perfect.
Okay.
And I think that's the best way to do it.
Okay, sounds good.
And honestly, that's it. And so, like, for example, someone says, what's your company name, all this stuff? You can name your dad's LLC. Say, hey, but there's no authority on it. It's your dad. And be like, yeah, it's a family thing. Like, you got a problem with that? No one ever has a problem with that. If you switch that up, I think you're perfect, man. That's it. I would the one thing I'll tell you is when you're on the flip end on that, make sure when you talk to a seller, especially a guy sometimes, make sure if they're married that you get the wife and the husband on the phone both, because you need both decision makers to sign.
Sign the contract?
Yeah, because you'll figure out maybe the husband's okay with it, but the wife wants more or less or the other way around. So make sure you have both parties that own the property. When you look at the property appraiser, you'll see if it says Sarah Smith and then John Smith.
Sarah Smith and okay, on property appraiser?
Yeah, you just make sure that there's multiple. So when they're talking to you, just say, what's the property address? Say, okay, let me talk to my partner about everything and I'll give you a call back. That's what I do. I'll look up the property appraiser on the address and I'll see who's the name on the deed. And if it's like Artharva Smith and then like, Samantha Smith, I'd be like, wait, Artharva's not the only guy on the deed. What's up with that? But dude, outside of that, that was an amazing call, man. I think you're very rarely the only person I'll tell you just you're good to go, man. Switch that stuff up, you get a deal easily.
Thank you. And so what would be like the right time to fit in like the forward stuff, like the family occupation, the rest of it? Like when I call you back and I'm trying to build that rapport, how do I just like slide that in?
Just by talking. I think you can watch enough of me talking to sellers that like it just naturally comes out. And I think you've done enough conversations where you can probably know that. Like, okay, so do you landlord a lot of properties? No. I'm actually a landscaper. Oh, okay. Like just natural conversations, right?
Oh,
And
okay.
so on top of that, it's like, okay, why are you looking to sell the house? Okay, well, you're moving to Nebraska. Is it a work thing? You're moving to Nebraska? Oh no, yeah, blah, 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 right? I think it's pretty easy to do that, and just I'd fit it in naturally in those conversations.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks for your help, man.
All right, man. You got the confidence, you got everything. So go after it. The one last question I have for you, man, is how many hours are you going to dedicate next week to cold calling and wholesaling real estate?
Every hour I'm at home.
How many hours is that?
I go, I'd say I wake probably like 13, 12, 14 hours a day.
I love it, man. Keep it up. That's pretty on par of what I was doing. But I was 17, 18 on it. So that's perfect, man. So go after it. You got summer. So
Yeah.
This is the time to do it, man. I believe in you.
Okay.
One last thing, man. I need you to hop on next week. You gotta be consistent coming on here. All right.
All right.
And if you got a seller, you need me to close it, I'll close it. I'll do it. You've seen me do it on plenty of people. But come here every single week, report back what's happening. And I promise you, I'll remember you, and it'll just get easier and easier and easier for you. All right?
All right. Sounds good. I'll be
All
here
right, keep
next
it up.
week. All right.
Oh.
Bye.
Love it. 15 years old, going after it. I love to see it, guys. I love to see young guys and gals out here. That man's got more confidence in himself than I believe most wholesalers watching this. And the question is, how are you going to get confidence like him? The one thing I can tell from that guy is quick on his feet. He's very smart. Smart and quick on the feet are very good, but you have to match that with the sales skills. Once you mix that, it's a disgusting, it's a nasty combo that's going to lead to a lot of wholesaling success. So I like it. He's got the title company already, so I'd like to see it. All right. Xavier.
Yo, what's up, Zach?
What's up, man? How are you?
All right, so I'm doing good. So I just wanted to let you know. Last week I went on an appointment with a for sale by owner, and the deal kind of slipped through because I guess she had the lawyer look over the contract. And once he looked over the contract, he gave me a call and he gave me this whole run over talking about, oh, this is not an actual purchase agreement and all of this stuff. We can't use yours. We could use mine and my partner's. So I'm just like, okay. So I told him, I'm like, either we could use my contract and go through with the deal, or if not, we could just stop the deal. So I was just going to ask you, like, if a seller is asking, like, so I basically went in, I said I'm a cash buyer, all of that stuff. And more so, she said, once they read over the contract, when they said it is assignable, when they seen that, it more so gave them like, oh, you're just like a middleman kind of. And it's like, I didn't want to, like, I'm not just going to say, basically, when I sold the contract, he was like, I see you're a middleman. Like, he brought up the wholesale part. So I was like, no, I'm a cash buyer. Yeah. And so I told him, I was like, either we could go through with the deal or we could just let it fall. And then she said she didn't want to work with us anyway, with me and my partner. So I'm like, okay, whatever. But that's just one thing. And he told me let him know by tomorrow if I still wanted to go through with the deal. Do you think it's any way that I could get that back, or just let it be?
So when I get that all the time, I say, of course we make this assignable, Mr. Lawyer. Sometimes we buy it and we put it in multiple companies. Yeah. Mr. Lawyer, you've done plenty of real estate transactions. You know that when people buy real estate, they create an LLC for that asset.
Right.
I'm not going to buy it. I'm not going to make an LLC for this asset if I don't even know you're going to accept the offer. So I have to submit an offer. I'm not going to make a random LLC just for an offer. I'm going to put it in my company, and if you accept it, I'm going to assign it to that LLC.
Right.
Either it's a new company, it's a company I have in one rental portfolio. They're all different things.
Right.
So that's why we assign it.
Yeah. And that's
it's very smooth how I say it, and I know that. But I actually assign every single deal I buy for cash. I just assign it into a new LLC or trust that I have.
A trust, exactly. It goes into a trust or something.
Yeah.
But it's still, if we're going to close a deal with you, I didn't understand. But I was just like,
so you didn't say that, but make sure you say that next. Actually, tell the lawyer that.
Yeah.
Say
Okay.
we put it into an LLC. I don't put all my properties under one LLC.
Yeah.
That's stupid because if I get sued, I'm screwed.
Okay. Yeah. I'm going to contact him tomorrow because the property is great. It's
So think
right
about
by
think about
school.
this though.
Mhm.
If I own 50 houses under one LLC and I get sued, I'm screwed.
Yeah, you're screwed.
But if I own
you put it
50
in a trust,
LLCs,
that's how the rich put it
that's
in
how
a
the rich
trust.
do it. And the lawyer knows the game.
Right.
He's trying to see how you react to it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna give him a call tomorrow. Also, I watched your video. It dropped like yesterday or the day before, but it's about like subleases, and you talked about how, well, the guy that I was talking to, he basically brought it up like a sandwich lease. And is that the same thing as a sublease? Same thing?
A sandwich lease is going to be a sublease
Yeah,
lease
like
option.
yeah, lease option. I'm sorry, lease option.
There's sometimes a little different. Now I
Okay.
can get very technical. It's how it's described and structured.
Mhm.
Sometimes, but sometimes not.
Okay.
A sandwich is going to be a little different than a lease with an option to buy. But it depends how you write it up.
Yeah.
Whatever
Okay.
your lawyer wants to do. It always depends on the terms.
Right. So if I'm able to still find someone who is willing to do that, that could still be done, right? Like a buyer or anything.
Yeah, if it's
investor.
outside of Texas, you can do it.
Outside. Okay, perfect. All right. I have a deal in Michigan. Would you JV those or not really? That's not just your speed.
Kalamazoo, probably not.
Okay, Grand Rapids.
Bro,
Nah.
I don't want to do the whole winterizing and crap, dude. I'm
Right.
just being
Okay,
honest.
yeah. I feel it, yeah.
Yeah, not at Grand Rapids. I will send you people
Mhm.
in Grand Rapids that will find you a cash buyer that I trust like that. I
Yeah,
truly
okay.
trust. I have a couple of
Yeah.
people I truly trust in Grand Rapids. I'm not even going to get a dime from you.
Right.
I just give them the deal. I want them to do well.
Right. Yeah, I appreciate it though, because I've been having like real success. Like a lot of people, they reach out from the YouTube channel and all of that. So then I was
love it, man.
I reverse drive for dollars too. So like it's really when I can, but I'm going through a field like I'm moving my dad's barbershop. I'm about to get a suite for myself and just be cutting hair. So whenever I can, I just try to do what I can. So I appreciate
Love
it,
it, man.
Yeah.
Last haircut I got, everyone told me I needed a fade. So
Yeah.
I
You got to
learned
get
I
like
feel-
a low drop fade. That'll look good on you. Low
Everyone
drop
told me
fade.
I have to. I'm like, all right, fine,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
But that's cool, man. Well, we're gonna do some wholesaling. So Grand Rapids, hit me up.
Mhm.
I'll love to help you out with some people there.
Okay.
But just bully me next time you're on here and just Zach, you gotta give it to me. I'll
bet.
message you right there.
All right, cool. I've been trying to
but
be
yeah.
consistent, and then with the June wholesaling challenge, I'm doing that right now. So I'm trying to figure out, should I stay locally or virtually? We'll never know.
Kalamazoo, stay locally.
You think so? All right.
Oh yeah.
All right.
All right.
You said it. All right, cool. All right, have a
Got
good
it,
night,
man.
bro. Appreciate
All
you.
right, have a good one, man. Boom. Love to see it, guys. So yeah, that's right. We got our 30-day wholesaling challenge right now. So if you want to go on the 30-day wholesaling real estate challenge, just go to prewholesaling.com. The replays are on there. Go to the Flip the Work YouTube channel and always go and like this video and subscribe. The reason I'm telling you guys to go out here and chase your dreams is because it's not for me. It's not for everyone else. Y'all don't go out here watching this because you think I'm so funny or, I have such a smooth voice. You do it to change your lives. You do it because you truly believe watching this stuff is going to get you closer to financial freedom for you, your mom, your dad, your sister, your family, everyone around town, everyone. You want to make that change. You do it for yourself and do it for your family. And the truth is that should be enough motivation. That should be enough fire in your heart to go out here and start making that change today. I made that change. I changed my life. It's your turn now to go out here, talk to the sellers, pull these lists, market, be consistent, attack, plan, pivot, analyze, all these great things. And I truly believe you guys have everything in your heart to go out here and do deals. There's a lot of young guys to talk to today. There's probably some older guys watching today or gals. And it's not your age that's going to stop you, right? It's not where you live or it's not where you're at in the world, right? If you have internet connection, if you have air in your lungs and you have a fire in your soul and your spirit to go out here and change your life and make the plan today and make that change in your mind that you'll do anything for success, legally, ethically, morally, obviously, wholesaling real estate is the best thing to do it. And the first thing you got to do is get educated on it. So go to wholesaling.com and get educated, and then start going out here and making action. Go out here and do what you know you have to do every single day. And it will lead you to doing wholesaling deals, having success, living the life you deserve, and living the life of your dreams. Guys, you are not put on this earth to go live a like just a sentient life. You're not here to live just a life just sitting here, sedentary, doing nothing all day. You're here to live a life of action, purpose, and drive, and to drive everyone in your life to be better people, to go out here and be financially successful, not because you want it, but because you deserve it. And the only way you're going to deserve it is by working hard and going after what you know you have to do. So if you truly believe you're destined on earth right here to protect your family, live financially free, and do everything possible for success, go to freewholesaling.com, learn what to do, take action, and go out here and be a beast in wholesaling real estate. Guys, I really appreciate you guys hopping on here talking to me. If you got any value from this video, go to freewholesaling.com, hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow. Day 5 of the 30-day wholesaling challenge. Day 5 is going to be on the Flip Lurk YouTube channel. Appreciate it, guys. See you soon. Boom.